anything that can be identified, as a source of information or source of data can be monitored using Splunk, and when it comes into Splunk, you are able to conduct the analysis. You're able to analyze it well and make your reports and, create a dashboard and, look at the charts, see what's going on. So that is basically the idea of Splunk, what Splunk is doing. Let's go to Splunk. Let's go to products. Under product, you can download the enterprise. Definitely what we are looking at is going to be the free one, because try it for 60 days. So you can use it for 60 days. After 60 days, you have the option of upgrading to a premium version or leave it on free. You can continue with the free permanently, but it means that some features will not be enabled. So you come here, just download Splunk. Let's set it up. We'll see. So you need to create a business email. You need to use an email. So you need to create an account before you can download. Because I already have an account Splunk, so I will just log in. So if you've created an account before, you can just log in. So this is the options you have. You have Windows, Linux, Mac. So if you want to install it inside your VMware, the Kali Linux, you come to Linux. For Kali Linux, you download this Debian format, or you can copy this link and go to your Linux and install it. So I will install this one on my Windows. Just download it. So these are options. You can download it using command line, but I'm not doing command line. You can just download it straight forward. Talking about logs, we talked about, I remember the class where we talk about log, we talk about different kinds of logs in the system. So now this is where you begin to target those logs. So inside Splunk now, you can set Splunk to be collecting those logs, to be monitoring those logs. And when those logs are brought into Splunk puts it on a dashboard where you can see it in a graphical format. And it can help you to also put it in a table. You're able to analyze it. You're able to, set up alerts so that when certain actions happen inside the log, Splunk will automatically notify you. So you can see search and alerts. You can search commands. You can create alerts. And then you can also, have reports. You can use to generate reports. As a SOC analyst too, if you are monitoring if you are working in an environment where you are monitoring what is going on, at the end of the day, you may be expected to generate reports. It has finished downloading. So let's see. This is the file. After downloading, when I click on it, of course, it popped up. This is the Windows installer. So this is it showing here. So I need to check the box to accept the license agreement. Of course, we can just use the default installation now. If you want to customize this, you can, tell it where to install and all of that. To make it fast, you can just use the default now, since we are not really doing. So you need to set your username. So install. So you need to follow. The installation is not difficult, actually, especially for these Windows. The Kali Linux too, if you're installing on Kali Linux, you can just follow the instructions. Once you download the Debian package, you can use sudo pkg. That's a command for installing it, the files, and set it up, and then you now access it to it will have a web interface through which you access it. So it's easy. And also, like I mentioned to you, there's a cloud version, but the cloud version, I'm sure you will have to pay for it to after doing a free trial and the cloud version, you might need to pay, because to be hosting your data, whatever you are doing in the cloud. So definitely you have to pay for that. If you know how to use Splunk very well, you can even function. You are not limited to use for cybersecurity. You can work as a data engineer too. because you know how to Splunk. Because basically what you are doing with Splunk is analyzing data. So, but for cybersecurity, the only thing with cybersecurity, you are using it to look for indicators of compromise. You are using it to carry out threat hunting, which is what you are doing as a SOC analyst. Basically, you are looking for threats, you are looking for alerts that you have set, you are looking for things that contradicts, what you want to happen. Maybe you are looking for intrusion. Those are things that you're using for cybersecurity. Finished. So you open it, you access it through your web browser. So if you click launch, usually it's on it will give you the IP interface. But because this is the Windows version, so we can easily launch it. It will also be in the startup menu, and you can launch it easily. Let's see. So it's on. You can check the IP address. It's on 127.00.1, which is the loopback interface. Sign in that we created during the installation. So you sign in. So this is the interface. So this is the interface. This is Splunk. You are in Splunk. So you need to take note of the interface. So we have here on the left, you have search and reporting. This is where you'll be searching for using commands. So there's what we call SPS. SPS. So that's how you write the command. But this is search. This is audit trail. This is secure gateway. So we'll be taking. You can take your time when you launch it. It usually takes you through the tour. It will tell you if I start working on it, I'm sure it will ask me if I want to go to this tour. So you can get familiar with the interface for you to see, move from one page or part of it to the other. So I'm going to explain in brief what the basic things you can do with it. So this dashboard, if some assets are very critical to you, like you need to quickly know, the first thing you want to know the situation of things about, that is what you likely put in your home dashboard. For example, if what is very important to me is the activity, what is going on with my CPU, that's what I will set as home dashboard. So here is saying you can choose a home dashboard, so you can select a dashboard. So these are all the things that can be. Let me see, CPU usage, deployments, these deployments, installation. There are a lot of things that you can put in your home dashboard here, depending on what you want to see every time it comes. Let me just do the CPU usage because that is what I can have instant. And search is waiting for input, CPU usage. And you can see my CPU usage now. My desktop is talking about my store license manager, desktop, what is going on. You can see all the information here in a pictorial form. But like I said, it's just coming up, But this one is just for you to see the dashboard. So you can put anything you want on your dashboard. Anything from here, just go to choose a home dashboard. It will tell you what you want to put. All the socket, HTTP events, deployment, instance, so all these things can be monitored. So go to settings. So setting here, the major thing I want you to know is data input. If you remember the diagram I showed earlier on, I put a diagram of Splunk and I show how it's connected to CPU, connected to the RAM, connected to different things. So here from data inputs, if you click on the data inputs, you can use Splunk, like I mentioned earlier, to monitor remote events. So collect event log from remote hosts. I can monitor files and put input from files and directories. Local performance, I can monitor the local performance of my system here. Remote performance monitoring from remote hosts, HTTP events, TCP. So I can monitor a whole lot of things. So let me do local event log collection. Let's see. So if I'm here, I want to use to monitor the local event that's going on my system. So now I can monitor the application. I will select it and add it to this section. So you can see all the things this log. You will monitor the application log, Internet Explorer log, security, and system log. The destination index for this source. So I can set a destination I can, let's just leave it at default. Successfully updated setting. So, okay. So now it means it is set now. Now, how do we check? Let's go back to search and reporting. We want to search for what has it been monitoring. If you don't know, if you don't have a particular thing in mind to search for, you just want to search everything going on, all the report that Splunk has been monitoring based on the inputs that we're giving it. Just put asterisk. Asterisk is like the wild card. So if you put asterisk that you can see all the things that's monitored just now. You can see that all these logs just came in like 1 minute, 2 minutes ago. That means our Splunk is already monitoring what is going on. Then I can add this. So if I want to, another thing you should take, if you look at here, you see host. This is the name of my computer. This is the what do you call it? This is the event source of this log, Windows event log. Let me see all the logs. Okay, so majorly I have only Windows event logs here. That's the thing. It's monitoring. You can search based on code. Sorry. You can see if you click on it, if I click on this code, I can add this to the search. If we look at the search here now, you can see on the search bar now, I now have event code equals to 1003. So what it means that it's only that event code that it will show. So if I'm looking for any other event code, I can say 1002, can change this one to 2. If there's any event like that, it will show. So that means there's no event. So what we are talking about here is, let's take it step by step. Install this Splunk. When you install it, come to settings. Of course, you come to settings, go to data input, select the kind of input you want to monitor. You can monitor local. If you are installing Windows, it will make sense to start from local events. Local event log connection. Select the local events and select the type of local event that you want to monitor. Application events, security events. Security events are like activities going on. Maybe somebody's trying to delete something. System event, just monitor it. You can make a reference to our class on logs for you to understand some of these logs. The more you play around it, the more you get comfortable and you understand everything. I can't say everything completely in the class, and especially because the fact that my system here doesn't have anything that we are monitoring. There's no activity really going on.